everybody, and welcome back to the channel Fragrance Journey. Hopefully everybody's having a blessed day. Hopefully everybody has a blessed week coming up. Today we're going to be speaking about the house of Gabor. It's a house that I was able to experience, and people always ask me, who do you buy fragrances from? Who do you pick? Where do you pick up your fragrances? FragranceVault.net is where I pick up a lot of my fragrances. That's the place that I got pretty much all my male Facchinis from. Nobody else sold male Facchini. I think Mint New York sold them, but I couldn't find them online in Mint New York. So she has them online. She also sells samples of a lot of the fragrances that she sells. So I do reach out to her and purchase fragrances through her too. And she was the only place I knew that had this line. Again, this is Gabor. The fragrance we're going to be talking about is Leather Forever. Really beautiful packaging. This is more on the pricier side. This bottle goes for around $315. And again, it is almost spring, summertime, or basically summertime. But this is a fragrance I had been wanting to get for a while. I had a sample for maybe a year. They've also got a fragrance called Darling, which is really nice, and a fragrance called Genders, which is like on one of the fragrances on my list of must-gets that I would love to add to my collection. My list is not really long anymore. I really don't see a lot of bottles that I really want, to be honest. I do want Luxor from Xerjoff. That's one I would like to get to, and maybe Genders, but my list is very short. But back to Leather Forever. This features notes of leather, saffron, truffle, cinnamon, rose. Again, leather, sandalwood, birch, Tuscan iris, agarwood, amber, vetiver, patchouli. At the base notes is leather, oak moss, amber, oud, vanilla, styrax, castoreum, and musk. This is one of the most rugged, complex, and realistic leather fragrances I have smelled. This one is big, it's bold. It opens with a very harsh leather. If you're not a person that loves leather, you probably don't want to get this fragrance. The leather is big, it's bold. It opens also with some spices. It does have a smoky vibe to it, and I think that may be coming from the birch. The saffron is there to add spices. It also has truffle, black truffle, cinnamon, and I think maybe the amber are what's giving it this really warm type vibe. Not a lot of sweetness, but it's warm. It's not a real cold leather. It's definitely on the warm side. I don't get much of the vetiver and patchouli. The sandalwood is there. It does have hints of woodiness, but it's not really very prominent. You can get hints of the sandalwood, but this one is big. I mean, it's big. I thought Queer Ottoman was a big leather. This one is a humongous leather, which I like. So it just depends on if you're really into the accord of leather. I really like the leather accord. This also has castoreum, which give it a slightly animalic feel. It's not anything big, it's not off-putting, but you can tell it has a small hint of castoreum in it. And the one thing that really compelled me to pick this fragrance up was maybe 2 weeks ago. I had a sample and I was able to put some on, and I put it on before I went to bed. We started off with a really big bold leather. By the time I woke up, which was maybe 12, I put it on at maybe 7 at night, and I woke up at like 5:30 that next morning. By the time I woke up, it was a completely different fragrance. It was not so much a leather fragrance. It was more like a oud, vanilla, styrax, sweet, musky type fragrance. It was one that shocked me. I was like, wow, I've never really got my nose on a complex leather fragrance. So it kind of made me pull the trigger. Again, it's a little bit on the more expensive side, but as I'm moving on in my journey, I'm not really purchasing a lot of bottles that I don't really want. It's got to be something that I really want, other than bottles that may be sent to me for review, which I don't get many of those. But if I purchase it, it's probably gonna be something that I feel like is a really elite fragrance that I want to add in my collection. I would like to start getting rid of bottles to add bottles that I really love. So this is one of the fragrances that I really love. Leather Forever. I guess it's the Gabors. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Beautiful, beautiful leather fragrance. If you're into very high quality, complex, interesting leather fragrances, I think you should check that out. Again, check out Jenna at Fragrance Vault. I'll leave a link to her store down below. I think she's in like Lake Tahoe, California. I would love to visit her store. She's got a really dope store too. And get some samples. Get some samples of Genders and also Darling. Check them out. See if you like them. This has I know people gonna ask me about the performance. The performance on this is crazy. Sillage is crazy. All of that, all of that stuff that people really worry about. But I think it's a dope fragrance, really nice house. Hopefully I can get my hands on Genders at some point. If I can, I would really, really be happy. But again, the fragrances are expensive, so it may take me some time to save up for it. But if you woke up today, you're definitely winning. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you've gotten your nose on Leather Forever. If you have, tell me if you like it. Tell me if you love it. Tell me if you don't give a damn. And please like the video when you come in. I always get one person to dislike, and that's cool too. Just hit a button. Like it, dislike it. It's gonna help the channel. So please hit the like button if you stop in and watch the video. I appreciate everybody that subscribed. I think we like 10 subscribers away from 3,000. It may not seem like a lot to most, but I'm trying to be more consistent, but life is crazy for me right now, and I'm gonna try to get back on the wagon and start dropping more videos. I got a bunch of reviews I need to do. Hopefully Future Journey will jump in on some of them. So again, if you woke up today, you're definitely winning. We out. Peace.